I just wanted to follow up with a couple details on the mail merge with email. So from my previous video, we created this solve by factoring quiz where each student gets a different set of problems on their quiz. So the test is completed, and now it's time to do the finish merge. So before I click on finish merge, what I like to do is over on Outlook, I like to change one of my settings. I'm going to change on settings, on options, and on advanced options. I'm going to uncheck this box on send and receive. I'm going to uncheck the box that says send immediately when connected. I don't want to send immediately when connected. The reason is sometimes if you have a lot of recipients, or if it takes a long time for the word attachments to be generated, sometimes there's a long delay between the first email being generated and the last email being generated. So when that's the case, in the case of testing, I want all of my students to get the test basically at the same time. So I want to control when these are sent. So I uncheck that box and click OK. And then come back over here to the Word document, and I'm going to click Finish and Merge, and I'm going to click on Send Email Messages. And notice where it says to, it automatically says email because I have a column in my spreadsheet that's labeled email. I'm going to send this as an attachment. The subject line of the email is going to be, here is your test. And I'm going to start the merge. Bam. Now, in a perfect world, Word and Outlook would communicate with each other, and this whole thing would go seamlessly. And as a matter of fact, sometimes you're able to click on this and click on to allow for a certain amount of time. It's not giving me that option. So depending on where you work, you might get this error message. Not really an error message, but it's more of a warning because this other program, Word, is trying to send emails on your behalf, and it just wants to make sure that you would like to allow this. So the problem with this is, at least for the security measures that are in place at my school district, is that I have to hit allow on every single email that I send. So if this was a business setting and I was sending 1,000 emails instead of just 33, this part of the operation would be a real pain in the butt. I mean, it's a pain in the butt enough as it is, and I haven't really found a good workaround for it other than changing something with security settings. And because the machine I'm on right now is a machine issued to me by my school district, I'm not allowed to change the security settings. And anyways, so this is a bit of a pain in the butt to do this. I'm going to fast forward through the rest of these. Now, if anybody has any suggestions on how to avoid this process of having to click allow 2 times for every email sent, please let me know in the comments below. But I will tell you this, if you're just sending an email, if the questions on this test were just sent in an email and not as an attachment, then this error message does not come up. It just creates all the emails and bam, you're done. This warning message that comes up only comes up when you're sending the attachment. And now if we go over to my Outlook, you will see that my outbox now contains 33 items. I don't want to show you the exact items because I don't want to give away the student IDs and whatnot, but there's all of the items in my outbox. And so now if I click on File, Options, and Advanced, now I can scroll down to that Send and Receive. I can say send immediately when connected. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is if I sometime later today send an email to my colleague, I want that email to my colleague to be sent immediately. So I'm going to click, I'm going to click on that checkbox and say OK. But all of this stuff is still going to be in my outbox. I'm going to click on this Send and Receive and then Send All, and all of these messages will start disappearing from my outbox. And so all of these students will receive their emails literally within a minute of each other. And so so that's the whole process of sending these via email.